Welcome on and all. Happy holidays to the Rock Solid Wrestling Talk Podcast. With me, as usual, Chico Libre. You know, better than Elf, Bennett, or Santa himself. You know, he festive. We like that. We festive. Kenny Cornette down on the end, the champ.
Ooh, yeah, on the podcast. Yeah, dig it.
He's the cream of the crop, and nobody does it better.
Damn, I don't have any creamers. God dang it.
Except for Buck Nasty. Marcus Johnson. You know. Smarcus Johnson. You already know. But then, again, you could say, you don't even know me. Lots to talk about again, guys. But before we get into that, we hope y'all peeped our very special announcement this week about what we're about to start doing. And for everybody's, you know, everybody's enjoyment, we have the Rock Solid World Heavyweight Championship. And here it is.
Yeah.
Take a peek at greatness. You want to check that out, Chico?
I sure do.
There you go. So we are going to be having...
It will be mine. Oh, yes.
Ooh.
It will be mine.
Fighting words. There you go. You can hold that for a second. I'm going to pass it along.
I might as well practice.
It looks good on the tube. But we are going to be having a next week, New Year's edition of Rock Solid Wrestling Talk Podcast. We are going to have our first championship match. Our first championship match being, we are going to be looking to play one another in WWF No Mercy for the Nintendo 64. And we have not played, none of us have played it in years. So if we suck, that's cool. But one of us will emerge the winner, and we will be the brand new, that person will be the brand new Rock Solid World Heavyweight Champion.
And there will be no mercy when this
God.
match goes down.
Oh, God. Yeah. See, he's talking about me, you know, because I shows no mercy. And I already know who I'm going to pick, and it's going to go down. Believe me. So, next week, we're going to have a new World Heavyweight Champion in BUC Nasty. That's what. That's the gospel.
You got a promo, champ, that you want to cut before we get right into this?
No, I'll let my actions speak louder than my words.
He's already champ. He ain't going to get this one. I already know that. But that
but I need to be double champ.
Cornette 2 belts, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Not better than Becky 2 cheeks, I guess, but, you know. Better than Becky 2 belts, but not better than Becky 2 cheeks. This right here is the marquee, the Rock Solid World Heavyweight Championship. Stay tuned for that. So, in which case, like we said, Merry freaking Christmas, you filthy animals.
Just put it on the table.
And we are going to
Put that right there.
be in one. Oh, that's the plan. We have seen Winter is Coming, and it definitely came, and so do I.
Dude.
We spilled that again.
Dude. Thank God your legs were open.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, at least no wet spots today.
Where's the one? It's all good. We ain't got to sleep in it. That's all right. But, excuse me, in which case, Winter is Coming, guys. What do we think? They started off with a bang. Complete bang. My God. A 60-minute draw between Hangman Adam Page and Bryan freaking Danielson. How do you top that? How do you top that? I mean, Bryan is just on fire. Like, ever since he came to AEW, I don't know really who between the wrestler of the year has to be between Danielson or Omega, and I can't choose. I cannot choose.
Yeah. This is definitely a late contender.
Yeah.
For a match of the year. Definitely a match of the year candidate.
Got 5 stars from your boy Meltzer.
Yep, the Meltzer himself.
The stars don't matter.
Of course,
Let's
Cornette
just get
says
out of
that.
the way right now. The stars don't matter.
Oh man, but some people take them as gospel.
Hey,
It happens, but
it's
Yeah,
a
everybody has
credible
to
wrestling
please,
reporter's opinion. Take it how you will.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a reporter. I mean, that's how it goes. But that just says how good the match is because it is respected in some circles, but not the Cornette circle, and that's okay, I guess. If you want to be technical with it and turn me to my Buck Nasty voice, but if you go by anything that Cornette says, you might not want to watch a good match, But we'll get to that later. Winter is coming. It started off big time, real big time, and then it kind of went a little askew. I don't know. To me, it kind of went a little askew. What was the main event?
Oh, Dante Martin and MJF.
Okay, yeah. And then to me, the reason why I say, I know I wanted to talk about the main event, but the reason I kind of say that it went askew is because the ending, with Punk running out and stuff like that, that could have happened on any other Dynamite, really. Rather than it seemed like the run out, the run in, and stuff like that. It seemed like a regular run of the mill Dynamite for me. I don't know what happened last. Oh well, yeah, the AEW World Championship changed in the main event at Winter is Coming. So it felt a little off, but it was still just kick ass. But
yeah, overall a very good show. But kind of I understand. I understand what you're getting at because there were no debuts. First of all,
yep, none.
No major debuts.
Major debuts.
At the same time, though, they don't necessarily need to do the same things.
Yeah.
Every Winter is Coming. The title doesn't necessarily have to change hands every time.
Nice little twist.
And you don't necessarily have to have somebody debut on Winter is Coming every single year. Especially now that we have nothing but debuts on the horizon, as per Tony Khan. We'll
Even
get,
next.
We'll get to we'll get to ones that we want to talk about in a few minutes. But overall, Winter's Coming. That was a good show, and I do like that. That's going to be a special, at least a special show.
Yeah, at least. But
every year.
I mean, do you think? I mean, because on the show, Adam Cole was teasing us a little bit. He has a present.
We gotta talk about that.
He has a present. So we all are thinking the exact same thing about who or what the present is. Well, I say what. I should say what or who because we know who it is. Come on. It's obvious. Cornette, want to hit us with that?
It's all Peter Dune's fault. That Kyle O'Reilly is going to show up.
I was going to say it if he didn't.
Oh, no, I knew what he was getting at.
Oh, yeah. Peter Dune's fault. But Kyle O'Reilly could be inbound, and we could get a Red Dragon, Adam Cole, and Bucks type thing. So the Super Click mixed with Undisputed Era. And that's with Adam Cole being the common denominator there.
They can't say Undisputed Era anymore though.
No, they can't. It sucks, but
legalities. They'll come up with something else if they want.
It's so stupid though. What? The wrestling world is the wrestling world. We know where these people have been. What are they gonna gain from that? We know it's the Undisputed Era. What are they gonna get? What is AEW gonna gain from saying or mentioning? Oh, Undisputed Era. What? We're just gonna pull a Scott Hall, I guess. You know who I am.
Cease and desist.
But you don't know why I'm here.
I just don't get it, man. WWE is just so petty, and that's one of the things I definitely want to talk about today with the pettiness, the petty level of WWE. And it sucks that it's always negative coming from me, but I'm Buck Nasty, so you should come to expect that. But
I mean, it's negative over there too, so it It goes hand in hand. It fits right into the mold.
Did you hear about the what was it? Like WWE was trying to overblow like the Cons or the Jacksonville Jaguars letting somebody go from there who clearly deserved to be let go.
Yeah, their head coach.
And they likened it or trying to make it seem like, oh, it's AEW's fault. It's AEW's
It's all
fault.
AEW's fault.
But they're trying hard to lean into that.
It was a major reach for some
Major reach.
one thing that had nothing to do with the other.
None whatsoever on any level whatsoever. They have two separate entities of things that they are in charge of, and from what I hear, the head coach deserved what he got. And WWE, it's the same as letting go of 80 employees in like the last month or so. It's the same. Of course, we all know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, it's the same. Let go of the Booker Man. Do a talk.
Ain't gonna happen. Come on, man.
Come on, man. You already did it right.
You know it ain't gonna happen.
I tried to strike your ire perfectly there. But, I mean, this goes in hand to hand with this whole, like, Bad Alliance thing with WWE. We just came across something rather interesting about how WWE is sending memos and stuff like that, and around, company-wide, saying something about boycotting some of the sponsors at AEW and things like that, and like trying to get their talent or whatever to kind of just draw the battle lines themselves. Like all the talent at WWE and the talent in AEW,
They're all friends.
Yeah, so like that's why I say, like, I tweeted something on the new Twitter account for Rock Solid Wrestling Talk Podcast, Rock Solid Talk on Twitter. And I tweeted something. It was like, it's not necessarily, like I said, my hate for WWE. I hate the company at this point. I don't hate the talent. I've said it on here before too.
You've never hated the talent.
It's never been a thing where we hate the talent. The talent is great. Like, I loved Seth Rollins as Tyler Black, before he hit WWE. All of that stuff. Punk's been there, Bryan's been there, and WWE Twitter, not their actual Twitter, but
The E-Shield
the
Twitter.
shills. Yeah, exactly. They have been up in arms this week for no reason. Just every little thing. Apparently, every person that's even gotten a WWE tryout or something like that at that point was cultivated by the E. Like, really? Come on. And then we got into this whole big thing about Darby Allin and Cora Jade or whatever, and their little exchange. Darby, hit back at the fact that, he's doing the skater gimmick and being all, doing it all right or whatever. She's got a penny board or something like that. And it's obvious that WWE Creative slapped that on her. And, she's running with it. And then, here come the shills. Oh, well, Cora said it's something she's always bonded with her brother over and stuff like that. Like,
Darby's been a
really,
skater.
like, exactly. About? Darby lives. I don't see Cora with pictures of Tony Hawk.
He knows Tony Hawk
personally. Like, that's all you need to know. But then Cora comes out of nowhere with, like, just something completely uncalled for, where it was just like, oh, well, something about his domestic abuse stuff and all that stuff. Like, you had to go all the way there. He was talking about a gimmick to you. Like, really, it is not that serious at all. And the WWE shills lapped it up. Oh, my God. Oh, he said he had no nipples. Or some bullshit. Like, come on, man. Like, are you serious? Like, it was not that serious. The shills, they grab on to anything possible. And I hate it.
Because they can't really defend their own show with anything credible.
Right.
So they have to do all these reach attempts to try and bring AEW down any way they can. That's what That's what haters do, and it's not going to work.
And I should know. I'm in the union.
She has a gimmick that is not going to work on the main roster. And
Who?
the only reason it's working right now because no one watches NXT.
Oh, Cora?
Yeah.
It doesn't even work. They're booing her. They're booing her NXT.
Well, that makes it even worse.
That's
So
not-
how
well,
would I
that-
know? Because even I don't even watch.
They're not booing her per se. They're chanting at her, "You can't skate." She can't. You can't skate, Cora Jade.
Hold up,
is she
but
supposed to
yet
be
she
heel
did it
or
with
not
her
even?
brother.
Apparently. Well, they bonded over it, I guess. What, you play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2? Me too. I'm good at it. I'm very good at it.
Ooh, I gotta see if that's on sale on Xbox.com.
It is. Tony, the new one that just came out. Running 2.
The remaster.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, and it's all on sale.
Ooh.
I should know because I wanted to buy it again and I couldn't, but I already have it. So I didn't need to buy it again. But I already beat it like front ways and backwards and then went to skater heaven and sat there like Thanos upon a grateful universe.
Were you inevitable?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. The strongest minds require the strongest of will. But in which case, this whole Bad Alliance thing, like WWE is just really doing the most right now. Like, in my opinion, they're doing the absolute most for just zero reason. That's what pisses me off about it. That's what gets me sweating. Is that AEW's not doing anything. They're just trying to chill. They're resistance. They're resisting.
They're just trying to live.
That's it. And WWE is just, hey guys, hey, over here, look what we're doing to mess you up. Like, okay, so
Hey, screw up!
yeah,
I'm trying to ruin you.
literally.
I'm trying to give you the beating of your life.
Like, it's just it makes no sense. Like they're not competition, not competition. Like, sure,
But they are though.
yeah. What are they trying to say, really? Like, they're
If you
competition.
scared, just say you scared. That's
right.
what you have to do.
Say they scared.
And I'm glad you said that because, like, I mean, when they first got announced, they were really competing for talent, and which they still are to a degree, even though like the E is discarding.
Yeah,
talent
they've
and-
wised up and like,
and
we
they-
don't need y'all nowhere. We were just trying to keep you away from AEW.
And they stockpiled their roster to the point where it was so convoluted. That's why, like,
So they realized
when
AEW
the-
can't sign anybody.
That's why when the releases happen, part of me is cool with it, and it's the best for everyone because there's a bunch of people like farting around.
Yeah,
And,
we're farting around.
and they could be doing like something profound. Not even just AEW, anywhere else. Shout
anywhere
out
else.
to Matt Cardona for his GCW.
Yeah, I was
stuff
just
once
gonna
again.
say, yeah, he's doing good things, big things. Like WWE, he said in a tweet, WWE was his developmental.
And I want
That's
to
saying something.
Yeah,
and getting back to competition, I want to bring up how we can always go back and forth about ratings and demos and all that, but look at that Long Island show.
yeah.
AEW outsold them by, I don't have the exact number, so I apologize. But
I think it was like 5,000.
Yeah, if you look it up, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Ticket sales are not deniable.
Yeah. And then they tried to, and Tony Khan's my boy, all right, because he don't play no games. With the whole Fox News thing that happened.
The man clapped back at Fox News. Shout out to that.
Like get your ass, get your ass,
Get in there. Oh God.
But I mean, Tony Khan, he can't afford, and everybody's so proud of him. Like, that's my boss. That's my boss.
That's my dog.
Give me a five,
But god dang, like, why? Like, obviously that might be WWE. Like, how would Fox News pick up a story like that? Like, that doesn't even make sense. I forgot what they're specifically saying. Like, something about like AEW's like honeymoon period is over or whatever. It's declining and like, come on, that's typical WWE. Yeah, right. Oh, they only cater to a hardcore fan base. So, like, we love it.
Just just stay tuned for 2022 because Tony Khan did say that more signings are coming.
Yeah.
Which makes all the sense in the world because we talk about all the time. The talent pool is so heavy with the WWE releases, the Ring of Honor locker room work.
And Tony invited Ring of Honor talent to battle the belts. So, like he said, feel free to drop by. Like, okay.
So
cool.
That's why I'm hoping for even though there's no AEW belts involved, that Briscoes FTR match.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna happen. Speaking of the Briscoes, we heard that they're imminently signing with AEW. We know Brody, based off of Winter is coming. We know Brody King's coming in, so
it's 90% confirmed at this point.
Yeah, there's still that doubt or whatever, but I think I'm gonna liken this to CM Punk's debut because we all knew that he was coming in, but there was still that doubt. It was like, what if it don't happen?
There's a little doubt.
Yeah, just a
little minuscule.
I don't think that Tony Khan would even run the risk of making his fan base more than slightly miffed. So, I think he's gonna go ahead and just, he'll pull the trigger easily.
Yeah, that's why I like how they keep the same energy. Like, if something's really not gonna happen, like
they'll throw you right off of it.
They'll let you know, like, hey, get this out of your head right now.
Right.
We never said that. What are you talking about?
I don't recall saying I was going to sign him.
Because they would have burned that building down.
Yeah. Oh, God.
They don't,
for sure.
They don't start fires they can't put out.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And
don't write a check your ass can't cash.
Wasn't Raw in Chicago this week? I heard there was some CM Punk chants.
Or it probably was.
Yeah, during the
but we
Happy
wouldn't know.
I didn't
sketch.
watch it, so
we
I
wouldn't
couldn't
know.
tell you, but I wouldn't be shocked.
I didn't watch it either. So,
don't watch that. Don't watch that.
Don't think that. I ain't watching shit.
Right.
Nothing.
It's
That's
Monday.
not my shit.
Again. Not watching Raw though.
Yeah, we ain't watching Raw. We on Twitter now, so we understand. We can read.
Yeah, what's on Dark? What's on Elevation?
Right.
I won't know.
I'd rather watch Dark on Mondays.
Yeah, just for the record, this is our very own wrestling podcast, but we're not going to torture ourselves by also recapping Raw or SmackDown.
Because we don't like it.
So don't respect it.
If something comes up that is worthy of talking about, though, we will.
Yeah.
And if there is some whack shit that does happen, we are going to talk shit about it and let you know it's.
We're very well informed. So, yeah.
But we don't support the E financially in any way, shape, or form.
And if I love y'all enough, I'll put together a team just to cover it. Just to cover WWE.
Talking about Raw, that's battling. Talking about SmackDown.
I personally say that they don't even deserve the satisfaction.
Oh, you better believe it's battling.
We're big Simpsons marks here, so that's how that goes.
24/7.
Absolutely, but don't get paddled because you don't want to watch WWE. You really don't. Don't put yourself through that torture, man.
And I'll say
you might
this
well
again.
Glue your eyes open if you want to watch something like that.
Yeah, conspiracy theory. It'll be Mel Gibson.
It would be nice though if we did have at least two legit major companies that were really good. Just I really wish that we had it like WWF, WCW, and ECW were. I'm a product of the '90s, and you look back at that and you think, wow, we had three companies that were really good.
NXT had that, man. They had it until they started being so blatant with it. That's what threw me away from it. I loved NXT. I loved Triple H's black and gold NXT. I really did. I credit it. It saved me for wrestling fandom. Besides the indies,
I came over here every time they had takeovers.
Yeah.
And now he has to sit back and watch it fail like a sucker.
And it's man, it's so I can't deal.
Yeah, now you look back and the majority of their NXT champions are gone.
Yeah. Ciampa's the only one left.
Like Will Smith in an empty mansion.
And
right.
There's no way that that's gonna last long either.
No, it's not gonna last. It can't. It can't last. Like
he can't go anywhere else.
nowhere else. He's champion right now. Where else do you go? He's not going to go to the main roster. He's been vocal on not wanting to go to the main roster. So we're talking about Ciampa. He's not going to do it. Like,
yeah, it's such a terrible business model because like they frame it as if like you go to NXT and then you go to the main roster and then you're supposed to like advance your career.
It's not like that
But
anymore.
But as we've seen, like a lot of these people, they're successful in NXT and then they go to the main roster and they sink.
Right. We can name so many people.
No disrespect to Finn Balor, because he went from NXT to Raw, back to NXT to rejuvenate himself, and now he's back on Raw, and he's sinking all over again.
Getting the business. So...
Well, they giving him the business.
I mean, granted, he did get a legit chance because they were going to put the Universal title on him. They did put the Universal title on him right away. He just got hurt before
that's the only chance
he
he was
really
going
have
to
a run.
That's the only chance. And you think about it, even Seth is like a two-time world champion, and that's it. They don't even focus on him. So
yeah, he's just around.
That's it. Like he's just around, like cackling, and just like
Drip guy.
He's like the witch in the corner. Look at my Raw. Look at my Monday nights. Like no, like get your ass. Get in there. Get in that ring. I just, and then you think about, I was just so devastated this week. He's got to do well for his family. Y'all know who we're talking about. KO. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's what, $3 million a year? Like,
yeah, but you know that he's not going to last long enough to spend that.
That's if
Let's be real.
That's if he doesn't get released.
Budget cuts.
Budget cuts, buddy.
He's
sorry.
We promised you $3 million, but we're gonna have to let you go.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
So, you'll get most of it. Just a little. Like, no, come on, man. You're gonna get budget
To
cut.
be fair,
Is Sammy
they
still
do
here?
get paid for those 90 days.
Send him away too.
For the 90 days, but not the whole 3. Like, and he signed 3 more years. It's just so they can make it more public. I really feel like WWE feeds off of like the Twitter and social media being outraged when they release somebody.
Spike.
Like everybody's this is terrible, and they're just like, give it to me. Come on.
Why'd you do it? For Spike.
No, literally. For Spike. You said Spike, so.
Well, oddly enough, though, he is in the main event picture right now. I don't know if that's gonna go anywhere.
Be serious.
They're like, they're gonna make you champion.
You know why he's in the main event picture. His contract was coming up.
Yeah,
they had to put him there.
And now they're gonna pull an audible or whatever, and that audible was probably why Bobby Lashley got put in the match. To be honest, like I can't see them dogging Lashley exactly, but
he's gonna eat the pin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's all
KO was in there to eat the pin, but now to get him to sign and stuff like that, he at least is not gonna take the pin.
With $3 million shoved in his mouth.
I mean, in a perfect world, though, with people knowing that his contract, that he signed a new contract, and that it was going to be up at one point, and that he's staying, like, in a perfect world, they could build off of that buzz and put the title on him and start the year off, like, at least in a different
direction.
direction.
We all know this is the WWE universe. There's nothing perfect.
I know.
And they're gonna take it from him by Fastlane.
That's why I always start out with in a perfect
world.
world.
Because we all know.
Right now, when it comes to E, it's not a perfect world.
It could never happen in a perfect world. like, my God, like, it sucks though. Just the thing, the dread. Like, I love popping these guys. I really do.
You got it.
It's just and that kind of brings me to like, because before I even go there, Sami Zayn also was rumored to resign too. I mean, I guess that was his little bunny toy. His little let me stop. his friend,
They crack him in the head with the knuckles.
That's how they got him to resign.
Which is crazy because while he's in the main spot, he's being booked like a geek.
Spoiler alert: he did get no more contendership on the Christmas episode for the Intercontinental title.
Who was that?
Sami Zayn. So
Oh,
Sami Zayn
see?
versus Nakamura, but Nakamura's not even doing anything with the damn title. So
Dude, I remember a stat came out. He hadn't defended that belt in months.
I think he's only defended it once since he's been champion.
like that is so incredibly lazy.
You know what it is? That's just really sad.
And
I
That
am Intercontinental Champion.
Intercontinental.
and that in particular makes me feel a type of way because
We are
like,
horrible,
I,
horrible people.
Sorry.
I grew up really liking that belt because
It was the workhorse title.
yes, and we've had like the best of the best. Like I call it the Intercontinental Club.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Bret Hart was holding it, when Mr. Perfect was holding it, when Razor Ramon held it,
Yeah.
when Owen Hart
Why didn't Tyson Kidd hold it? Like, he's a workhorse. He's credited with being a workhorse, but you
Just,
know.
just somewhere along the
I
line.
don't think they think he's
You're too
marketable.
short, pal.
You're right.
Somewhere along the line, like they just forgot, like that's their major mid card belt, and
Major man.
they focused more on the U.S. belt.
Who's the champ? Who's the champ?
Priest.
I mean, that's.
I don't like him. I just don't. I never have. I think I think his body's too long. For some reason, like it just doesn't make sense. Right? His face is just like whoa. And then he looks like Slender Man. Right? Like it's. I don't like him at all. Like he has no build. He kind of has build, but he doesn't. But he's still kind of just doing the fin freeze permanently. So.
He did semi-well as Punishment Martinez back in ROH, and also he's Puerto Rican, so I feel like I kind of have to support him.
No, don't worry. I like him too.
Yeah, I can't get on with him. There's a lot of people I can't get on with. Like I can harken back to.
He has a Jekyll and Hyde character right now.
But yeah, before I was even Buck Nasty, like I would say, because everybody calls Trish Stratus like the best female wrestler of all time, but the fact is she couldn't wrestle. She really couldn't. I'm sorry. She was personality. People are really into what she was and stuff like that. Oh, Trish was so sick. Okay, that doesn't mean she's wrestle.
You saw the improvement and the growth over time.
Over time, but I mean, you know, it's one of those things where it's just like you still can't wrestle. So there's only a certain litany of moves that she has, but then again, you can say that about everybody, but that only really happened in her later years or whatever. Like during the Attitude Era, I'm not even gonna get into that, but the wrestling in the Attitude Era sucked. It really did. Even the main events and stuff like that, they were good, but they were theater. It wasn't actually wrestle moves.
Different times, man.
Right.
Different times.
Exactly.
Don't.
But you got me watching it nowadays, like showing you
don't,
moves.
don't shit on the Attitude Era.
I'm not shunning it, but
You gotta take the indie goggles off.
I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that now.
Yeah, take them off right
Like,
now.
I can't, you know. I want you to listen to me, and I want you to hear me very clearly. I do not hate the Attitude Era.
Oh boy.
It is interesting though. You do have like different perspectives on the show, like
Yeah, because we're you know, I'm kind of in the young side, kind of, you know, and you know these are the older gentlemen here.
We're the historians. He came in like in around the early 2000s.
And catalog watched.
Which that's okay though. It's for you. It's been 20 years, so you earned your status.
Yeah. I think the earliest memories I would have was
I claim golden era, like late 80s, early 90s in Attitude Era, and I believe you claim a lot of like old school NWA and territories.
Yeah.
You would say that, right?
Yep.
And I'm end of Attitude Era, ruthless.
This is
Aggression
Mr.
era.
Indie Riffic over here.
Yeah, well, it's WWE's fault. It's their fault because I'm looking at W. This is all your goddamn fault. The baby go do wop, dilly do wop, because I'm the do wop. I'm the big shot. But it's one of those things where, you know, I was sitting there watching SmackDown on UPN all the time and stuff like that, and I had I remember specifically Kenzo Suzuki. So it's just
good God.
So I liked his theme.
Yeah,
I really did.
Well, he did make Cena look really, really strong. So
Yeah,
shout out to
I mean, who didn't know? Like,
right.
Kenzo Suzuki and Rene Dupree. So, and then you like Deuce and Domino and
Cherry,
and you know just random people, London and Kendrick and Eddie and Chavo and like. So I'm like WrestleMania 17 and beyond. I'll say that. That's when I really start paying attention to it. Because what year was that?
2001.
2001.
For 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
The champ knows that too well.
I was 12. So when that happened, and we were too poor to get pay-per-views, you know, and stuff like that. Even cable to watch TV. I had to go to my grandma's house. So
Hey,
grandparents always got killed.
always.
I am no stranger to that struggle era where of watching pay-per-views on a fucked up screen.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just like, particularly when I was a kid, WrestleMania 10 is like my most vivid memory.
Wow, that's wild. That's way back.
And like you know, you guys remember how like that in the porn channels they have that multicolored
That squiggly,
squiggly shit.
But you can hear the noise in the background.
Yes.
Yep, you can definitely hear it.
When it came to wrestling though, like I loved wrestling so much and still do that I would willingly watch pay-per-views on a fucked up screen and then rent the video.
See, I had to. I lived in a world where I had to go to school the next day and get on WWE.com
And
before
watch the
school
results.
started
Yep.
and see the results. And I had this little book that I made. I stapled together printer paper and wrote down what the results were and was sharing them with my friends throughout the day, like I watched it. Until I got to like high school and stuff like that. Met this guy, and he'd give me like videotapes of like the
Tape
night before
trading.
WrestleMania 21 specifically. He gave me a VHS to watch. It was just like, yeah, this is cool. So
Now we had cable. We just didn't watch the pay-per-views. We either had to go to a friend's house or watch at somebody's window, or like you said, watch Sunday Night Heat to see what the setup looks like.
yeah, that's exactly what. That's it.
And
Watch
you be
Sunday Night
pissed.
Heat. Watch the Heat, man. You know, Bully Ray. Just don't. You know,
he loves his heat.
we're not talking about actual heat.
Yeah.
Okay. You know,
Calm down.
Just
I need
calm your
heat.
tits.
I need heat, damn it. I need heat.
Why you sound like Russo saying that?
Give me heat, bro.
Yo, that meme of Bully Ray in the volcano, dead.
the heat, the lava. But
If you want heat, bro, you gotta do Car Crash TV, bro.
he's so
Major swerves, bro.
major swerves, bro. But
You gotta put a heat on a pole match, bro.
God, it'd be too hot to take down. Idiot Russo. No, I'm playing.
Superetta in the caravan match.
I ain't gonna get down on the pole. God damn it, Russo. You're not supposed to do that. But
No, you just lock her in her van and try to figure out a way to get her out, bro.
why did you say it like that?
Okay.
That's what you do. The ratings will go through the roof.
Oh my God.
Just want to get back to Owens and Zayn real quick before we move
Yeah,
on.
sorry about that.
All good.
I know we always trail off. You just trailed off.
It happens. just want to say, like, we don't necessarily, AEW in particular, they don't necessarily need these guys. The company's still going to thrive regardless. Maybe later down the line. You know, never say never, I guess. Yeah. But it's just that we really wanted to see Kevin Steen without.
And people got mad that he re-signed, but it's like even his own friends in AEW were like, "Oh, hey, you know, congratulations, doing what's best for you and your family and making more money." They weren't upset.
Yeah, they're still the homies.
But then the AEW fans also, we were like, okay, yeah, like we want to see you, but okay,
yeah, but it's like, cool. Okay, no big deal.
That's all right, you know. And the WWE Shields are back there. Ha! You didn't get Owens. Ha! Like.
Okay.
So? Okay.
Let me tell you something, man. Kevin Owens knew he was supposed to keep his ass still right where he belonged. He would have went over there and just drowned.
Oh, my God.
Come on,
nobody would have seen Kevin's ass over there.
Yo,
he made the right damn decision.
Vince, throw me one of those life jackets. Huh?
Hey, cut me a check like that.
He probably getting a check like that.
Yeah,
not for $2 to $3 million. He ain't.
He wishes.
Yeah, and I would have been open to like a possible El Generico return.
Yeah, for sure.
They could have done that, but if they are truly happy there, then and they're taking care of their families, that's great. And I still wish them the best, and the door is open. Still,
of course.
If they want to come in at some point.
Just keep it PG. You know what's good. Just don't go all rated R like your boy Xavier Woods.
Be on some old conspiracy mess. How much you want to bet that they offered him that much to
just
see if AEW is going to counter it?
Yeah, they are.
So now that they're not going to counter it, now you're fired.
Yeah, exactly. AEW is like, no,
yeah,
we're not going to.
It's not that serious.
It really isn't. It's not that serious. We'll have you if you want or whatever, but it ain't that serious.
Yeah, not for no $2 to $3 million. No.
Don't be too shocked if he does get released.
He's gonna.
It's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
They're gonna let this die down until January and say, "Oh, hey,
there's no such
AEW is not looking for you."
It's gonna happen right after WrestleMania. Watch.
Yeah, you're fired.
Right after WrestleMania.
How was my match? Enough to get you fired.
You had your chance. But we're coming up on the end here. Before we get going, I was gonna talk about Sammy and Tay, but to be honest, that's their lives or whatever. I don't even want to really touch on that. I don't even want to piss
myself off all over again.
Yeah, no need to I don't want to draw the ire of the knuckles. So.
I did catch an article before getting on the road here.
What did it say?
Ty has deleted her Twitter account.
Oh yeah, she did. I gotta imagine she don't want to go through the bullshit.
Yeah, because they're gonna hit her hard if that was the case.
But what's funny is I feel like it's going to be the WWE shills that see this on Twitter and go nuts. We, the AEW fan base, we don't care. It's sad that Sammy and Pam broke up or whatever. Yeah. Apparently they're still friends. Cool. But, you think about it. Tay and Sammy, they're on the road all the time. They work together. It's hard to have somebody who's not in the business unless you're completely committed to that. Like Ciampa, I commend Ciampa for that. His wife is definitely not in the business. His wife isn't even like stunningly gorgeous or anything like that. The man likes what he likes, and I super respect that. I absolutely respect that. But Sammy and Tay, they created a bond or whatever, and have at it. Like they're adults.
My man Chico said it best too, that they're still young, too.
Right.
So he shouldn't be locking himself down like that. But
the brother locked himself down.
Yeah, just a word to the wise, to all the young people out there. If you're still in your 20s, you should be getting married, because your 20s aren't for
he has to go out there and sow his royal oats.
You're not supposed to know what you fully want when you're in your 20s.
Coming to America.
Your 20s aren't for figuring out what you want, they're for figuring out what you don't want.
20s are for banging, Big bong.
Oh my God.
You can tell I'm old, so I don't even know what that means. It just sounded like I should say it at that time.
Everybody's saying that now.
It's so stupid. Like, that's the first time I've ever said it.
What's funny is, like, I the dude's name is Nems, who does this song. Like I heard of him and bumped him back in like 06.
Okay.
And he just got that on like now.
Yeah. So it's kind of like how Action Bronson's song is coming back up again because of Hook.
Well, to the hip hop heads, he's been established.
Yeah, he's been established, but it's getting back.
And he's a known wrestling fan.
It's getting back popular.
Yeah,
that song specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a video of him like doing a power bomb,
power slams.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that Chairman's Intent video is a lot of wrestling in there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So I would really like for a Hook Action Bronson entrance.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's going to happen.
From my man Hook over there.
It's definitely going to happen.
I predict next year is going to be his year.
So
throughout.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Throughout the next year.
Because they're bringing him out after shows just to even get the
pop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. People were hype, man. I saw that video.
Yeah, he interrupted Tony Khan.
Yep. Good stuff. Offered him chips too. He even take. Oh no, I think he took some. Like you got to be an idiot to not take chips from Hook. You know, if he offers.
You know it's real if he offers you the chips.
Yeah, you better damn well take it. Before we wrap up, can we name any of this question of the day? Can we name any of the stars of tomorrow for WWE the same way that we can for AEW? We did sort of something like this, but we did like, is there 4 pillars?
Are there 4 pillars?
Yeah, but stars of tomorrow, because you can just list them off in AEW. You know, Darby Allin, MJF, Dante Martin, Hook, Jungle Boy,
Daniel Garcia.
It just goes.
The only name we're gonna get for WWE.
Wheeler Yuta, his favorite.
That's it.
You know what? I said, yeah, I'm not even gonna. No.
Before I wrap up,
that's not what the people want.
Before we wrap up, though, there is something I gotta ask you about that situation. But as far as this question goes, the only one I can think of right now is Austin Theory, just because of the push that he's been getting.
he's I don't know, man. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it's lame as
he's
fuck.
Pretty boy,
but he is being featured, even though it's lame as fuck.
If you sit here and you tell me a year from now that Austin Theory is going to have a prominent role on WWE, then count me in. So,
yeah, he's getting the rub from Vince himself.
He's gonna get the rub up. So
the rub down.
Goodness, I feel so like just I don't know.
But this is a funny question, like, because the way the E's going, it seems like they are trying to do a youth movement where they're trying to build people straight out of college from the ground up. Which I really don't think that's gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
The thing about getting people from the indies, first of all, the indies drives the business.
Yep.
And you have people with legit experience. That's why people in NXT did so well when they had the opportunity. Now you're gonna have like a bunch of kids who are not gonna be on Roman Reigns level. They can't even build stars to begin with. They couldn't even like thrive off of their established names. So I don't see how recruiting these young people and teaching them how to do a headlock is gonna.
I'm gonna go out on a limb
for them.
real quick.
The E is basically a new manufacturing production company. They're bringing out the same people. They have to look the same, talk the same, wrestle the same. Everybody's learning the same host at the exact same time.
As long as they let people
no indie
keep their
experience
stuff.
to learn their own stuff.
But
they're being manufacturally produced.
That's all they have to do is let people keep their stuff. Like, for instance, I mentioned a few episodes back about Alec Price. They're scouting him now. So, like, he's just, prize OG. That he's great. He's fantastic. Like at what he does. I saw him the one time at NFW, and he blew me away. It was just like his whole presentation, who he had with him, everything, and it was just he's tearing it up. And they're right to scout him, but that's what I'm afraid
They're gonna
of.
scout him and they're gonna clip him.
Yeah, I'm afraid of this because this guy is so effing good, and they're not gonna run with it. WWE has that bad track record of not running with stuff like this
Yes.
when it's fed to them on a silver friggin' platter.
Constant start and stop pushes.
Yeah,
I think we said it a while back too. Like a prime example, look at King Ricochet.
yeah.
That dude has mounds and mounds of talent,
And
they won't let
he is a
him use it.
nobody right now.
None.
Like, let that man go. Let him do what he want to do.
No, but what's fucked
and
up
get
though is
himself
he's
over.
fine with it.
Oh yeah, yeah. He battles with the Twitter people too.
It's like Nakamura.
He's
a
fine
little
with
bit.
farting around.
Yeah, it's like Nakamura a little bit because Nakamura is content with like how he, what
Well, he's the old hound
He's
dog now.
older.
He just
That's what I'm saying.
He just sits on the porch with his Intercontinental Championship and just like, oh, you need me? Okay. Well,
Yeah, exactly. But
I guess I got to get a.
Ricochet is young, man. Like, what are you doing? Like,
I'm a peacock. You
Get
gotta let
out.
me fly.
get out alive. Like, yeah, seriously, that's exactly it. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
Yeah, even though Ricochet, like,
fly alright.
even though AEW, there's so many like high flyers over there. Like Ricochet in particular, just has a certain.
But he
finesse
stands
to it.
out
He does.
completely.
Absolutely.
But
That's why I would still gladly welcome him to AEW with open arms.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And that is somebody who you make room for. I don't want to hear, oh, sorry, Ricochet, we want to bring you in, but we still got to pay Peter Avalon's salary, so there's just not enough room for you in the cap. Like,
Peter Avalon's fault.
yeah.
Yo, Rick,
Like-
blink twice if you're really in trouble and you can't really speak for yourself.
Yeah, he's gonna leave eventually. Like Tony Khan always said that he will. I read it somewhere. I know it.
And there's-
He will always make room for people he can definitely use. So you gotta believe like Keith Lee and Mia Yim's coming in and stuff like that. So like
I think they already have, not
Yeah.
have contracts, but
Yeah.
they got to be in talks already.
exactly.
Yeah, those two in particular will be just fine.
Yeah.
Even if they don't go to AEW, they'll gladly land.
Yeah,
they'll
they'll
land on their feet. That's what
they'll
they're
land
there.
somewhere. So all they gotta do is wrestle each other again. I love their matches together. So wrestle each other.
Well, that's the
Salutations.
one tradition.
I am
tradition
headed
that AEW doesn't really
to
break. They don't really do
AEW.
they're not really interested in doing intergender matches, which I'm fine
Yeah.
with just
I'm fine with it.
leaving that on the.
Yeah,
on
that'll
the
be
indies.
a little too indie-rific, because the indies do it all the time.
Gotta
man.
keep that line with traditional and the indie riff.
At least for now, because it could work sometimes. Impact did it with Tessa and Callahan.
Yeah,
that was a big time deal.
That was the exception,
So-
and other issues came about that I don't really want to expand on
Yeah,
right
just-
this minute. But
Yeah. Anywho,
one question about this is about Trent. That's why I want to ask you.
oh, fire away.
Because not this week, last week, it seemed like they were maybe teasing a riff with Trent.
Oh, like he
Best
doesn't
friends.
fit in.
Do you really think that he could do a solo run at this point?
Absolutely. Like he's so over.
No, but
At least in my heart, you know. And Buck, it's hard to get into Buck Nasty's heart, you know.
no. But here's the thing: it's not that he's not good. He's like I like Trent too, and he's very very good. He's got the look, talent, everything, but. Just with the roster being so deep, I don't know how he would.
Where there's room for a solo act again, like another
Yeah.
solo act coming through. Okay, I can see that, but being an issue.
I don't know. I like the best friends crew. the
Just
way they
kick
are.
out Wheeler Yuta, you'll be fine. Just kick him out. Like, no, like, get out.
He's not doing anything wrong.
Wheeler
He's
Yuta's like,
he's
"Can I
just
go?"
around.
He's just there. That's the problem. He just like, get out of here. Like, stop.
He's that old lady grandpa picked up from the retirement home.
Can I go too? Oh.
Yeah, plus, I feel like they have a good thing going with like him and Mama Sue is like
Yeah,
is
it's
over as fuck.
over
So
like Rover.
I don't
She was working out.
want
Yeah.
to.
Oh, she was training. She gonna kick the
Yeah.
Young Bucks ass. Like,
Getting ready.
they said they gonna super kick her.
for the Bucks.
We can keep Statlander though. I'll keep
Yeah.
her all day long. So So
I don't think the actual super kick will happen, but they will definitely tease it.
Or that
I'm
BT
pretty sure
trigger.
she could train to take it. I'm pretty sure. They be just so
If Mae Young can
diabolical
get
to
hurt,
take it.
she can too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mae Young is Mae Young though. Mae Young was a wrestler and was gangster as fuck.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to her.
You better not treat me like a bitch.
A hand. All right, guys, we here at the podcast, we are out of time, y'all. I'd like to thank my colleagues as usual, and this is the Rock Solid Wrestling Talk podcast about to sign off, but we want y'all to make sure you tune in next week because history will be made. Buck Nasty will be the first ever world heavyweight champion of Rock Solid material. You know, that's how it goes. And don't listen to them because they're not going to be.
It will be mine. Oh yes, it will be mine.
Don't listen to them. They're gonna get caught. You know, that's how it goes. But in which case,
and make sure the people there to see it,
because they gonna get embarrassed. Gentlemen, any final words for the people?
Yeah, in this No Mercy game, as I said, there will be no mercy in this game.
No mercy
for this championship. I have to win. I have to win. I have to win. I have to win.
Chico, I have to win. With all due respect. I need more than you can ever know.
I need more than you could ever imagine.
I have to beat you, Chico. With all due respect.
Mania 17 promo on me.
Check out my melody.
I will remember that.
Yeah. Oh, you'll remember it when I'm wearing the belt next week. Stick around. That's a spoiler. All right. They're gonna make sure they people gonna see the game.
Delusional thoughts from Fantasy Island. Go ahead, Kenny.
We're just talking shit. And he knows what it's like to be a champ and win a title. That's why he over there silent, because he ain't saying nothing. Silent, but yeah, that's gonna be the only one you touching though. Like that's the thing, because it's gonna be mine forever.
The difference being that he rocks a belt that he bought. I'll be rocking a belt that I win.
He bought that one too.
You want to reveal that, but okay.
Special shout out to Mrs. Cornett too. We appreciate you because you've been very instrumental in helping us attain this bad boy, and also to
we gotta thank our
Unified Brothers belts because this is a top-notch belt.
Such a great job.
I mean, I held it. It's heavy, so. That's all that counts for me in the belt. Just make it heavy.
No disrespect, but next time get silver. All right, a lot of people want silver.
Yeah.
We got to get gold instead.
Ooh,
we're not complaining, but get some
heavy.
silver.
Real quick before we go, are you guys down with having different versions every so often? I know that's.
That's the plan.
That's gonna take time.
That's
and
the plan.
money and all that.
Yeah,
but,
that's definitely the plan.
Okay.
We're gonna be, this is just Mark 1. Eventually we'll get new title belts and stuff like that, and we'll roll with it. We'll roll with the punches like that. But that being said, that's Kenny Cornett. That's Chico Libre. This is Buck, future Rock Solid World Heavyweight Champion, Nasty, and we are out of here, y'all. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.